Do you have a podcast and you just don't know where to start? Well, I have the solution for you. Anchor. Anchor is this all in one app where you can create, edit, and distribute your podcast. You can start today recording, editing, and getting them out to the world to hear what you have to say. So go ahead and download Anchor on the Play Store or the App Store, or download it on your computer. It's completely free. I have to stress this enough. It is completely free. So go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today, because you have a voice and we want to hear it.
This is Royalty. Bang, bang.
Yeah, we're live. All right, let's do it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 3 of Inside the Box with CJT. Yep, that is me. So, let's get straight into it, honestly. Song of the week. What have I been jamming out to all week long? And this week is special because I went home, now I'm back in my residence in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Song of the week. Song of the week. Song of the week. What's the song of the week, CJ?
So, so I've been listening to a lot of music, especially traveling back and forth. So I've been listening to a lot of Don Toliver. For those who might not be familiar with who this is, Don Toliver is the artist who is signed by Travis Scott. He's on Cactus Jack Records, I believe, and he's on the song off of Astro World, Can't Say. And I think once I kind of heard his like vocals on that, I was like, yo, I got to figure out who this is. So I looked him up, and I was like, because I just really enjoy what his like voice sounds like, and his voice is just like pretty unique, and I don't know, it's just something about it. Like his voice just kind of attracts me to his music, and so I just listened to it. And then so I started listening to some of his tracks, and really been kind of bumping his music all week. So one song, let me pull up his Spotify just so I don't mess this up for the peoples here. So yeah, his number one song right now on Spotify is No Idea, which is a banger. One song that I really like as well is Back Up, which has a Wiz Khalifa feature on it, which is really good. And then one song that I just stuck in my head right now is called Back End. It goes like, made a lot of money in the back end. Yeah, I'm bad like I'm a Jackson. Something like that. I definitely butchered the lyrics, but that song's been really, has been playing on repeat for me, honestly. And Don Toliver is just someone you should definitely check out. He has a pretty good amount of listeners. He has about 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify, which is pretty dope. He's definitely going to be picking up his latest album. I want to say is Donnie Warmack. That's from 2018. But he has a couple singles he put out this year. So definitely go check this man out. He's really good. I've been bumping him like nonstop. Also, a song that I need to mention that I listened to, or I started listening to over the last couple of days. It's by Lil Tecca. I think it's called Ransom. And I know this song I think came out in May. But I saw a video of him doing a live performance of Ransom, I guess, on Genius live performances. And that had to be the funniest video I've seen. And it's not funny from anything like extra that he did, but it was about how little of expressions that he had while he was performing. And I think that was probably the funniest thing, because he just looked like, I'm contractually obligated to make this performance and do this for you guys, and let me just get my bag and let me get the fuck out, and which kind of sucks, I mean, like, I think he's like 16 years old, which is super young, so I get it. He probably didn't want to be there, but it looked like he was like held, hostage. Like, hey, perform for us or else, and I thought that was kind of funny. It was just a funny look, and I think I saw so many like memes about it, like, oh, when your parents say, oh, sing that song you do, sing that song real quick, yo, sing that song, do that dance that you do, and he's just like, I got black, I got white, what you want, you about to blow, like, that's literally how it was, and it's just like no like extra like effort, no having fun at all. He was just like, oh, whatever, like, I'm gonna just do this damn song and let's get the hell out of here, like, come on. So I thought that was pretty funny. I think it was worth mentioning this week, in my song of the week topic. So definitely check out those songs, support the artist, and yeah. So my week's been pretty cool. Last week I spent back home in Maryland, which was really fun. Uh, Good drive, nice 5.5 hour drive for me. Um, which is funny because most of the time, when I make my drive home, I normally listen to music. So because I like to listen to albums whole, because most albums are about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour 10 if it's like a long album, and I like to listen to them. So then I listen to about 5 albums, and maybe I freestyle for like the last 30 minutes of my drive or whatever, and this way it kind of helps me like know how much time has passed. That's kind of like my little trick to help me kind of keep my drive interesting and keep going. And most of the time I kind of listen to the same albums. Mostly, I'll probably listen to some Childish Gambino. Um, Most likely, well, actually, I would say all the albums are the same that I listen to, but definitely the artists that I listen to are mostly the same. So definitely I'm listening to Childish Gambino. And then if I'm listening to Childish Gambino, then I'm playing, sometimes if I'm like really want to sing for a whole hour straight, I'm probably putting on Awaken My Love, pretty much sing from the first song to the last song. Love that album. I love Childish Gambino because Childish Gambino is probably like, I consider him my dad. He's a father figure. I just love everything that he does. Everything he touches is gold. I mean, all his music is fire, even from when he was Sick Boy, even, when he was not, understood very well, trying to understand the world and figuring things out. And, I kind of followed him from, his first album, Camp, even his EP, um, old mixtapes and stuff like that. Camp, Because the Internet, Royalty, which is very slept on, which is a mixtape, very slept on. Definitely probably one of his, my favorite albums. So many bars, beats. He has some features on there, which is really fire. What else? He has Kawhi EP. Then he has the Stone Mountain mixtape. Then got Because the Internet, blah, blah. And then yeah, Waking My Love, which is fine. I'm waiting so patiently for this next project, which is supposed to be his last. So at the same time, it's like I'm okay for waiting because I don't want it to end. Yes, he dropped some new singles like This Is America. Then he has the Summer 2-pack, which is Summertime Magic, and I think what is it? Feels Like Summer as well. So both really good songs. They're vibes. I mean, they're the perfect songs to play over the summertime. Yeah, I mean, all of his music, I'm definitely a diehard for, and I would definitely fight you over Charles Gambino because everything he touches gold. Like I said before, he just is honestly probably one of the greatest artists in my generation, and that's very biased opinion, and it's my opinion. So fuck off. I think even when it comes to writing, he's very talented, and his show Atlanta is just a masterpiece of just art and kind of just being able to captivate a whole audience, and every time it's on, like he's taking like he has a hiatus for the shows, and people are just like, oh, what the hell, like come on, I have to wait this long for some more of it, which is something that's awesome. I think if you can have something so successful that people don't want to wait. They're ready for it again. Because, in this, day and age, people want media constantly. They want you to constantly be putting out work. One album a year used to be kind of a thing, or one album every 2 years used to be a thing. Now they want it every, then going to like one album a year, and then one album a year is not good enough. So if you drop in January, they want something, by like August, July. Like, give me something for the summer. Like this, that was a long ago. That was so long ago. Sometimes 2 albums a year, 3 albums, like as much music as possible. Drop a single, or if anything, you gotta at least have like an album a year. 3 fire singles that weren't on the album, so they can keep going, feeding them some features on some other projects. Like they want to hear you all the time, and which can be a blessing and a curse, because same time it's like, yo, like I gave you this music, put my heart and soul into this project. Now, like, digest it, listen to it over and over again, see what you see out of it, appreciate it, and let me first, all right, let's do this tour. Let's have fun. We rocked out with each other for this, this whole year. All right, now let me take a little vacation. Let me do my thing. Let me rest up. And then, all right, now it's album mode. Give me like, a year to work on an album. And then it's like, all right, boom, let's go back at it again, But, at the same time, it's like, when you have release this album, you go on tour, and like while you're on tour, you're supposed to be working on more music, and then by the time you're done with tour, like while you're trying to vacation, you should release another project, and people want that music constantly, and I get it, it's hard to keep up with it, sometimes, it's nice that, you want people, they want the demand of you wanting more music, because that means they care, they love what you're doing, and which is awesome. Like, you want people to love, you know, uh, what you're making. And if what you're making is so um, good, and it meets, I guess, the public eye, and people want to consume it often, I mean, that's obviously good for you, because that's, money, and that's, you know, eyes on your product and your art. And I think that's inevitably what all artists want, is eyes on their art and for them to appreciate it. It's always a catch-22 with a lot of stuff, especially, putting your work out there to the public eye, because, of course, you're going to have haters. And my opinion about haters is, you're not successful, or you're not good unless you have haters, because haters only come when you are successful, or when you reach a certain plateau, and so it's good to get, of course, you appreciate your fans, you love all the people who support you, and and it's great to have fans, because if you don't have any fans to start off with, then are you really doing anything? Are people really resonating with your work? But to get to this like upper echelon of like of work and talent and like success in this world, you gotta have haters, and haters fuel, because thing is, look at it like this: if you don't got haters, haters literally will listen to your music, so they'll give you streams, then they will think about a true hater, right? So they hating on you so much, and then they're listen to your music, then they're gonna make a video about it. So like those like album review people, oh, this album was so trash. It was worse. It was the worst 40 minutes or hour that I gave up. This song is bad because this, and that. This song is bad. So listen, so by just listening to that, you hear they listen to your album, so they already put money into your pockets. They made another video, which then whoever fan base that they have, so let's say like they have like, I don't know, 100 or 1,000 people, of whatever fan base they got, and then they're going to listen to it. Just they can have their own opinions on it, or maybe they might not listen to it. But then you're giving more eyes onto your music based on them hating on you. So really, their hate, regardless, is going to bring more attention to you. So a lot of people will be intrigued by, oh, is it really that bad? Is it really that good? You know what I'm saying? And by then, you're still going to generate streams. You're going to get more eyes on your work and stuff like that. And then, so pretty much everything they try to do is like irrelevant, and it's funny. So, yeah, like honestly, haters are good for your money economy. Like you want a good amount of haters to fans. Of course, you don't want all haters, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you want people to give you a good even scale for anything that you do, because haters also will let you know um some things maybe you could work on. It could be constructive criticism in a certain way, but you got to just look at the positives out of what they said, or look out the brighter side of the negatives that they have. And good fans will do that as well. They'll say, hey, I fuck with your music, I really like it and stuff like that, but this wasn't it. Like, this is not the type of music that I like from you. Like, I love when you bring me these hard hip hop, trap beats and like hard flows like that. I wasn't really feeling you singing, or I wasn't really feeling these hard hip hop trap stuff. I like when you sing more. And so, if you didn't know, I also do rap. You can check out my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/CJ Da Rapper, DA Rapper. Or you can check out my single on Spotify as well, CJ Da Rapper Camry. Go check it out, stream it, listen to it. More music to come on Spotify as well. But, I had people who listened to my music and it was like, yo, I really love when you sing. And I just did the singing because it's kind of more like, I love the vibe. I love vibing to music and stuff like that. And I love when I like to vary up my music. I like to try different styles, and singing it's not necessarily like I say my number one way of music, but it's definitely up there. And so then when I see that the songs that I sing on kind of get more traction, it's like, wow, okay, like maybe I should, venture this a little bit more. Maybe I should, try this out. Versus me doing like funny bars or, hard bars, I like to say, or try to be a rapper. And I just like, honestly, I just like have a good time and think whatever I think is sometimes funny, or which has a vibe. I think my biggest thing is trying to find something catchy, like I want my music to be catchy like herpes, in a way, like, that's kind of a vulgar comparison, but it's funny, like, you want it to kind of just like snap people. It could be funny, but it's something that's going to stay in your head. It's going to stay with you even once you're done listening to it. And I think that's kind of like something I look forward to and I try to do. And so what my most streamed song on SoundCloud is Home Again, which is me kind of singing my heart out. And it's kind of funny that that's been my most streamed, successful song, which is really funny. I didn't think that it would be, then I have like kind of songs like Safe, which is definitely hard trap, and it's like really ignorant chorus, but it's funny. It's kind of catchy, It's like the chorus like, slide up in her pussy, I'm safe. I never get called out at the plate. I just pulled out. Whew, no kids. Your girl got that bad head. And so it's just kind of sketchy over like a hard beat, and it kind of slaps. It kind of goes. I made a music video for it. It was, has pretty good, has some pretty good views. People listen to it and stuff like that. So, there's definitely, I like to try to explore a lot of different sides of the medium of rap and hip hop and, pop music, I guess. Who knows? I might, do a country song. Oh, wait, I did a country vibe song for Camry too. And, just kind of me singing more and just kind of just, talking about my car, and which I love my car. I have two songs, Camry 1 and Camry 2. And, I just love riding my Camry. It's so dependable. She's always there for me, through thick and thin. My car has over 240,000 miles on that bitch. She's been everywhere and she's still going strong, I treat her right. I clean her up. I clean her out. You know what I'm saying? I don't do too much on her. You know what I'm saying? So, she's a good woman, I love her, so, but yeah, anyway, so it's just about, I try to, for my music career that I'm, throwing my hand at, just exploring different mediums and using people who like my music or hate it, and then using that to inspire me, because haters will fuel you to making more money, and they fuel your money revenue, period. So, definitely appreciate your haters, people. Like, I think haters are pivotal for success in this world. And a lot of people like to be like, oh, fuck these haters, But at the same time, no, like, thank you for hating on me, because you haven't done anything right really, if you don't have haters. Everyone can love you, everyone can be yes man, but you want those people to say, nah, this shit trash, fuck you, all that, like you ain't shit. Because we need that at the end of the day. We need to be humbled. We need to be even killed so that ways we can be like, oh, you know what? Maybe this wasn't the best. Maybe I could have done hard on the second hook. Maybe I could have, came really at their necks on these verses. You know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate your haters. So
Oh boy, here we go again. It's the rant of the week. What do you got to say this time?
so my rant this week is kind of a little different. Um, it's kind of basically about my Thanksgiving experience this past week, or this past Thanksgiving. So this will pretty much be the main event because I think I got a lot of things to say. So I go home, back to Maryland for Thanksgiving, and it's like, all right, cool. My mom and dad both live in Maryland, so it's like, okay, cool. Most of the time, I go to Thanksgiving with my mom and eat that good cooking from my aunties and my grandmama and my mama, and that food is good. I mean, mm mm mm, delicious. Also, my God, so good. Got some mac and cheese, some collard greens, delicious honey, sweet, succulent ham. That turkey that never dry. Okay, I lied. Turkey be a little dry, but it's still good. The gravy, the biscuits, the fried chicken too on the side, the core. Oh, the sauerkraut. Mmm. Did I say mac and cheese? Oh, the mac and cheese is so good. I mean, get you a plate. I mean, you gotta. It's one of those things where the food's so good, you gotta make sure you get your plate quick and get you what you want, because when you go back for seconds, you might not be guaranteed to get that again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that food will put you out like a light, like a good Thanksgiving meal should be. You should be so full and stuffed after the first plate. Because, of course, we piling our food high on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? We worked hard all year to eat the amount of food that we eat. Like, that's what we should be doing. You should eat so much food. And the food should be hitting your soul, not just your belly, but should penetrate your soul. And you should be asleep for at least 2 hours. That's how good this food is. You be slumped. Like, all right, it's time to go home. All right, bet. Knocked out for the car ride home. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to, sometimes you might have to wake me up to get into the car. That's how good that food is. Then you scrounge up a little bit for seconds or whatever, take that junk home the next day. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was always so clutch because she knows ain't gonna be a lot more food to take home. So what she do? She got even more food at the house waiting for us. MVP of a mom. MVP. So, which brings me to my decision this Thanksgiving holiday. I decided, I was like, you know what? I haven't really spent so many holidays with my dad. So I was like, okay, hey, I think I'm just gonna stay here. I don't want to feel like making a 2-hour drive up to Baltimore. And so I was like, okay, cool. He said, hey, so you want to go to, his girls at the house? My parents are divorced, or whatever. And so all right, cool, let's do it. We go over there. And so the first thing is first, like, I don't really know very well. I don't really know his girls very well. I'm not around much. I guess they started dating right when I like moved out. So I literally missed the whole, hey, blah blah blah. I missed the getting the cards and stuff on, my birthday and stuff because I wasn't there. But my youngest brother definitely got cards and money from her. But I'm not bitter or salty about that at all. But it's not like he has 2 sons or anything like that. But anyways, we progress on, and so yeah, so we go over to our house. I'm like, okay, so like I don't really know them, but I don't really know her very well. So it's like, all right, we walk in. He's like, oh, here, take these sodas so you can bring us some. You don't want to show up empty-handed. So okay, cool. I grab it, and so I walking in. I was like, all right, cool. Hey, like, hi, this is a new house to me. You don't really know what to do. So like, I mistakenly went in front of my dad. So I'm like, oh, this sucks. So now I got to figure out, well, okay. So then I was like, all right, I'm walking. I just kept walking straight. And I was like, I was looking, I turned around to see where my dad was going to go tell me to keep going straight or just sit. I turned around. I kid you not, he wasn't there. And I'm not trying to make the stereotypical black father joke, but this motherfucker wasn't there. I'm like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do now? So I'm like, oh, all right. So I walk up to, his girl. Hey, I got some soda. She said, oh, great, thanks. And I'm just like, all right. So like, do I go sit? Which couch do I sit? Because there's a huge rule. Not even a rule, but it's kind of like you don't sit on certain furniture in a black family house. It's typically the front room. Those are the nicest furniture, like, in the house, and no one sits on it ever, And so I was just like, so which is this, the front room? I had to make sure. And so I'm just kind of like walking slowly in a circle. So I started walking towards the kitchen. I was like, well, maybe not in the kitchen. So let me go over here, see if there's like a little chair I could pull out or whatever. So, oh, no, just make yourself at home. So, okay, yeah, you can go sit over there. I was like, oh, thank God he tell me where to sit. Because that's kind of what you want to do. You want to be led to. You don't want to just go ahead and make the first initial move like, I don't know where the fuck. I don't really know where to go. So I was like, all right, fine. I sit down and it's just like awkward, It's just like, it really, because like I don't really know them, and I'm just in a room full of new people. And yeah, it's like, I can be very outgoing, and I can be an extrovert at times when I know people, but at the same time, it's like new environments, especially, you don't want to say too much because it's grown folks. These are grown folks. These, they definitely 50 plus, no disrespect, but they old, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a different type of people, different vibe. And so I'm just like, yeah, what do I do when I'm on the couch? Prone, go to the phone, scroll IG, scroll Twitter, like do something to try to like, pass the time. Like, and while I'm sitting on the couch, I'm like, yo, where is my dad? Like, what is going on? And then he comes down from down upstairs. I'm like, what? You could have told me you was going upstairs and like put your coat up or something. I'm still here with my coat. And she's like, oh, can I grab your coat? Oh, yeah. Like, I'm like, and the thing is, here's some of the thoughts that kind of go through my head, because see, this is their Thanksgiving, and I think a lot of different families have different traditions and they do different things in their household. So I'm just like, I don't really know what, it's like typically, like what are their traditions? Like, oh, do they all sit at the dinner table together? Do they play games or like whatever? Like, like, I don't know, like this family like that. Like, I don't really know what they do. So I'm just like nervous. There's going to be a lot of people here. Is this going to be a big Thanksgiving, or it's just going to be like a small gathering? Because if it's a small gathering, you kind of could be even more uncomfortable because it's like more attention can be focused on you because there's not as many people. So you can easily just be like, oh, okay, hey, what's up? Yeah, so then, you have to talk more. So then if knowing that I had to talk more, then you have to kind of come up with more things to talk about. So that's like, and that's kind of like something I was kind of thinking about, like, all right, so if depending on, you got to be ready with some, some stuff to spit at them to kind of, you want to flex on people, of course, or you just want to, oh, no, I'm just this, and this, And of course, I don't know how much my dad, tells everybody, but so like, whatever. So we get the food, looking at the spread, it's a typical spread, a little turkey, a little ham, we got a little yam action, a little cranberry sauce, mac and cheese, green beans, no collard though, but green beans okay, it's okay. No sauerkraut either. I mean, I get it, not everyone does sauerkraut, but my grandma does the sauerkraut with the pig's feet. Anyways, I think it's pigtail, but so I'm like, okay, whatever, it's a good place. It has a good spread of stuff, a little gravy, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have no rolls, but he had cornbread, so I guess I'll take the cornbread, but the cornbread wasn't that great anyway. I like my cornbread a little sweet, And so, so we get the food, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on? So like, I'm like, after I get my food, and he's like, the table's full up, and the table could fit maybe like, I say 4 people on the sides, 2 people at the head, so 6 people total, and there was about 8 of us. 8 of us there. And the other 2 oddballs out, me and my dad. No surprise there. So it's like, oh, so the table fits just the perfect amount of people for y'all. So then what? Oh, where are we going to sit? And then I look to my left, and it's like, oh, there's a little TV trays that are set out at the couch. So I was like, okay, I guess this is nice, whatever. But just like, it's cool because like I didn't have to be like, so close to everyone because like I didn't like, I hate awkward and BS small talk because it's just like, yo, like, it's just kind of like, oh, I gotta say this because it's a polite way or whatever. Like I don't know, like if you can be genuine trying to get to know me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate authenticity and people being genuine with me. I can easily spot out fake. I smell the bullshit. And I'm allergic to it. Hachoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. But so was eating, and man, let me tell you, this food was not good, my friend. It was not very okay. It wasn't terrible. Let me just start with that. Let me not try to, disrespect nobody out here, The food just wasn't at the quality of Thanksgiving food that I was expecting. I am accustomed to. First thing, ham was a little dry. I never know you can get dry ham, but apparently that's the thing. You mean turkey dry? Okay, of course. And I think it's like, I don't want to have to be dependent on gravy and other sauces to be good. I think when I heard these words, I just knew this wasn't, and this is right before I was about to bite my food. She was like, oh, there's salt and pepper right here for you guys if you need it for your food, for your food. And I was like, wait a minute. Why do I need to put salt and pepper on my food? Shouldn't it be perfectly seasoned and cooked already? I didn't want no green beans tasting like water up in here. You know what I mean? Like, you should put something to the season already. Get that joint right, And I mean, of course, yes, I get it. There's people who like to OD on salt and pepper. But if you need to salt and pepper that thing just to bring it up to a sub level of eatable, no. So I'm just like, dang. I mean, mac and cheese was okay. I mean, I definitely make a better mac and cheese, I'm not trying to stun on nothing, but my mac and cheese be dang, you know what I'm saying? And it was all right, And so I was eating, and it's like, dang, so let's see how, like, let's see how I feel and see if the itis hits me. And I'm waiting like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm like, dang, I'm still kind of wide awake. It's not good. I should have been sleepy eyes for at least 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, like, oh man, that was good. She asked for seconds. She asked me, do you want to get more? I was like, you know what? I don't even want to disrespect you, but like, nah, I really don't want no more right now. Then she said, oh, we got dessert. I was like, okay, cool. Apple cobbler, I think. And she's like, I said, but at the same time, I was my appetite kind of ruined. And she's like, oh, we got cookies. He's like, and I'm a cookie fiend, a cookie fanatic. I love cookies. But she had oatmeal cookies. And if you like oatmeal raisin cookies, we can't be friends. Oatmeal raisin cookies are disgusting, and oatmeal raisin cookies always get disguised or tricks you thinking it's chocolate chip, but it's not. It's so much disrespect that goes in with oatmeal raisin cookies, period. And first of all, who puts raisins in cookies? I don't know. Oatmeal, But these cookies are a little different. They were oatmeal cookies, no raisins, but still, oatmeal cookies is still kind of a slap in the face for desserts. No. So then that was just another thing. Like, I mean, they had no pumpkin pie, no sweet potato pie. You know what I mean? No like cake, chocolate cake, none of that, bro. We had, so I was just like, what is this going on? Like, and, she just kept asking me. I guess you want to be a host and you're like, oh, you'll be nice and stuff like that. But it's like, at the same time, my niceness kind of go out the door if I feel like I've been disrespected my taste buds. And it was all right. And then she was like, well, can I at least make you a plate to go? And I'm just like, fine. I guess so. But like, I mean, it's just, it wasn't a terrible Thanksgiving. But at the same time, it was an awkward situation, And then when you have small talk with like, I think it was some of her parents and the older folks, it was just really, they knew a lot about me. And I'm just like, wait a minute, hold up. How you know all this? I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You can at least play dumb, you know what I mean? And, it was all right, like, asking me about college and school and what am I doing. And I literally told them what I was doing the first time they asked me, and then they asked me again. I literally said, "Well, I'm trying, I'm doing this. I just finished this, so I'm not doing that right now." So it's like, "Oh, you do this?" I'm like, I literally just answered that. Like, all right, cool. And, you gotta be, polite and stuff like that, respect your elders and stuff like that. But I kind of got annoyed, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And then luckily my dad was like, "Yeah, we be out at 5 o'clock." I was like, "Say less." And I think we pulled up around like 2:30, 2 o'clock, something like that. So we were there for 3 hours, not too long of a time. We had a mission. We was gonna get food and get out of there, go there and do some Black Friday shopping, or how my people like to call it, Friday shopping. I heard that joke. Someone told me that. So yeah, and it was just kind of it was okay, and it's just those are the kind of interactions that kind of suck because like one is it's uncomfortable. It's a really uncomfortable situation to be in if you don't know anybody, and the only person you would know is my dad, and so it's just like, who do you talk to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could, I mean, yes, I probably could have handled the situation better. I 100% agreed. I couldn't, been fake. I could have been, yeah, drop all this elaborate conversation. But same time, it's like, I kind of didn't want to. And maybe that's on me. But it was just the situation and the environment I was in. It was off, and I felt the vibe from the jump, and I don't know. I didn't feel a lot of love in that place, and kind of when you kind of get sucked into some of their family stuff, and they kind of bicker back and forth, and I'm just like, oh, what is going on? Like, I don't want to hear none of this. It's the holidays, and I get like you can't, just drop whatever has been going on in your life because it's the holidays, quote unquote. But yeah, like it made me. It wasn't really the greatest situation, but you know, we achieved the goal. We got food on Thanksgiving. We didn't go hungry. We had a meal. We had somewhere to eat. Then we took our black behinds home after we picking up two televisions from Walmart. And yeah, and we did it. And that was my Thanksgiving. I got hungry again like at 8 o'clock. And I was like, dang, why am I so hungry? And so, you know what I did? I ate some more food at the house and had to do what I had to do to feel this hungry, you know what I'm saying? Because my mama told me from a very young age, if you don't like the food here, I guess you're going to go hungry. And there was some food I didn't like, but guess what? I never went hungry. I tell you that. So, all in all, like, I think, this Thanksgiving definitely taught me a lot, and, it was um, very interesting. Um, you definitely kind of appreciate your family, and you appreciate the things that you do for Thanksgiving, and sometimes it's just like, you have to do what you got to do to survive, and sometimes, you can have the ideal Thanksgiving, have all your family with you, and I think the biggest thing I've learned was just like, there's a such thing as preferred family that you want to be around, and, you know, if you have those people that you prefer to be around, and you can easily conversate with, you can have a great holidays. Sometimes, you take some L's on holidays because you're not around them because of whatever circumstance, because you have to work, or because you have to, school, or whatever it is. Different situations happen, and you can kind of be in like, weird situations that you're maybe not accustomed to, or you wasn't planning on going through, and you it kind of makes you appreciate those Thanksgivings that you had, that was like, wow, that was a really good Thanksgiving. And and just the times and the memories that you've had, it really makes you think and appreciate things. And that's one thing I was thankful for. It's just, I'm thankful for that, like, that I do have good relationships with some of my family, and we've had some good memories. This wasn't the best. I have family that's all scattered around the country, and we're all getting older, and kind of doing our own things now. So it's kind of a little tougher to kind of like to get us all together. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's money to travel across the country to get everyone to one spot. So you kind of have to do your thing. You have to figure out, like, what you're going to do. And I think you should always just surround yourself with people that you love the most, and good food, most importantly. If anything, don't surround yourself with good, important people. Just surround yourself with good food and yourself, and put on a movie and have a good holiday. But anyways, yeah, that was my rant of the week. And my Thanksgiving was, you know, it was cool in the day. I mean, honestly, in retrospect, it definitely makes me laugh, and just it's one of those memories I'm gonna have going forward, and I'll be definitely talking a lot of trash about it next year. So, yeah. So let me know how your holidays went, and what are you expecting for Christmas, and if you and your family have any traditions that you guys do each year. My family personally doesn't really have traditions, and I think growing up, I always like watch a lot of American television and a lot of American movies and classic Hollywood stuff. So I kind of always like, oh, that's really awesome. Like I really envision my family or us trying to do that, but that just wasn't our thing. And so I know once I you know meet a girl and have a family, I definitely want to try to do as many traditions as possible. And if I have anyone to blame more recently, it has to be This Is Us, because This Is Us they have these like really cool little traditions they do each for Thanksgiving, and it's kind of gotten in my head. I'm like, oh, we got to do that. But most of the time, those things happen because of experiences and stuff that that these families gone through. So, but all in all, that's something I really want to do is try to start a tradition with my family and with my friends one day. And so, yeah, so let me know. This has been uh, it's been a crazy episode 3 of Inside the Box with CJT. Don't forget to follow me on IG at CJT Creations with the S. I messed it up last week. I remember that. And also my art page at CJT Creation Box. Also, if you are listening on Spotify, go ahead and check out my YouTube page at CJT Creation Box. Definitely go check out some of the videos I have on there. I have a couple videos posted. I also will be posting these podcast episodes up on the YouTube channel as well. Hopefully by the time I post this, or you see this on YouTube, episode 1 and 2 shall be up on my YouTube page. So I think there will be a little bit of delay of these episodes being on my YouTube versus Spotify, trying to direct traffic in one certain way. But anyway, however you ingest this, just know that I appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is week 3. We keep getting better, better stories, more just more me being me and me talking clearly, and hopefully I can enunciate better each week and just sound comfortable in front of you guys. And hope you guys are enjoying this ride so far. I have much more to come. There's so many things that are going on in this crazy bond. Oh, see, I already fucked up. This crazy mind of mine, my crazy brain. There you go. That sounds a little bit better. And so I just want to share it with you guys and invite you into my creation box. You see what I did there? But anyways, have a great rest of your day. Whatever you do, make it, the best. Every day, live it. Live your best life every single day. And this has been Inside the Box with CJT. And always remember, stay creative.
If you talking cash, I can make arrangement. Walked in the club, ain't pay shit. Broke niggas hate, cause they ain't shit. I'm getting to the cash, pockets on payment. If you talking money, I can make arrangement.
Cody Bean Senior, pushing mean ether. You don't know childish, nigga mean neither.